Gold Diggers of 1933 was a big hit, number 3 gross revenue for the year. This movie, in combination with 42nd Street, had Ginger appearing in 2 Warner Brothers big-budget musicals, a huge boost to her career. Ginger sings We're in the Money, which also hit 5th on the Billboard Top 100 in a rendition by Ted Lewis. In almost all Ginger movies, she has a substantial role, but in these two, with their huge Warner Brothers stable of actors, Ginger's roles are limited. In this movie, Ginger has 1 great opening song and 3 more appearances, covered in 2 previous videos on the Ginger Rogers playlist. I want to cover the entire movies, so the next 3 videos on the playlist are song and dance scenes Ginger is not in. The third and final big Busby Berkeley song and dance scene in the movie is Remember My Forgotten Man. Earlier in the movie, Powell plays the unfinished piece for Starks, who says it is perfect for his play. This final scene, the big finish, is one of the most astounding and touching ends for a musical romantic comedy ever.
Say, have you got something with kind of a march effect, march rhythm to it?
Yes, I have. I have something about a forgotten man, but I don't have any words to it yet. I tell you, I just got the idea for it last night. I was down on Times Square watching those men in the bread line, standing there in the rain waiting for coffee and donuts. Men out of a job, around the soup kitchen.
That's it. That's what this show's about. The Depression. Men marching, marching in the rain. Donuts and crawlers. Men marching, marching. Jobs, jobs. And in the background, carols, spirits of the Depression. A blues song. No, not a blues song, but a wailing, a wailing. And this gorgeous woman singing this song that'll tear their hearts out. The big parade of tears. That's it, that's it. Work on it, work on it. Wait a minute. Listen. He's got it. Just what I want. Don't you hear that wailing, wailing? Men marching, marching, marching in the rain. Jobs, jobs. Gee, don't it get you?
To understand, this requires a quick historical explanation. An ancient military custom, war bonuses, started in 1592 when the English Parliament enacted legislation to provide for veterans. In 1776, the U.S. Congress enacted their own version. This process never went smoothly, and in 1783, veterans surrounded the Capitol, then in Philadelphia, and were expelled by the military. After World War I, in 1924, Congress awarded veterans bonuses they could not redeem until 1945. But times were brutal, especially for veterans, and in 1932 the Bonus Army, 43,000 strong, marched on Washington demanding immediate payment of their bonuses to help them survive. They set up their own Hooverville community in D.C., Camp Marks, organized and well run. It did, though, contain a small violent group of communists and felons. July 8, 1932, the police came in to clear the camp, and in the ensuing violence, 2 protesters were shot and killed. At 4:45 p.m., the military cleared the camp with cavalry, light tanks, bayonets, and tear gas, led by Major George S. Patton under orders from General MacArthur. At 9 p.m., a larger camp was cleared. It was not until 1936 when the veterans got their money.
Till they came and took my man away. Remember my forgotten man? You put a rifle in his hand. You sent him far away. You shouted, hip hooray! But look at him today. And once he used to love me. I was happy then. He used to take care of me. Won't you bring him back again? A woman's got to have a man. Forgetting him, you see, means you're forgetting me. Like my forgotten man.
You put a rifle in his hand. You sent him far away. You shouted hip hooray. But look at him today. He walked behind the plow. The sweat fell from his brow. But look at him right now. 'Cause ever since the world began, a woman's got to have a man. Forgetting him, you see, means you're forgetting me. Like my forgotten man.
I cannot watch this scene without tearing up. You see, my grandfather was a forgotten man. He was a survivor of the most famous battle of World War I, the Lost Battalion. Never heard of it? It's so frustrating that this is the way it is. They made a silent movie about it in 1919, built a hall in Queens for this mostly New York unit. A book was published, and it was in countless articles. The short version was the unit was surrounded behind enemy lines. For 6 days they were continually under attack, but refused to surrender. The details of their suffering is brutal. It's one hell of a story. Multiple medals of honor. The first attempted air resupply drop in military history. The most famous pigeon ever, kept in the Smithsonian. Their leader was declared one of the 3 most important soldiers during the war. He committed suicide a few years later. Then the cheering stopped. My mother told me my grandfather was shell-shocked, what they called PTSD back then. Fought the war in his sleep every night. Found too much comfort in the bottom of a bottle. I wonder if he saw this and what he thought of it. Or my grandmother, living in poverty, raising 4 children, living with the ghost of her husband. Yeah, it brings tears to my eyes. Thank you, Busby and Warner Brothers. Please like and subscribe.